So hi everyone, it's so good to see all of you kind of by number. Welcome to Washingtonian's Wellness Day. My name is Caitlin. I am the founder of the Glow Club. The Glow Club is a meditation studio for people who don't meditate but should. So maybe that resonates with some of you. And we do approach meditation a little bit differently. We like to think of ourselves as an exercise studio, but for your mind. So we developed all of our classes with guided visualization trainings that are really designed to help tap into the parts of your brain responsible for regulation and focus. So I always like to start with a reminder that this is called a practice because it takes time, it takes practice. Your mind is a muscle and you're working that through the practice of meditation. So if I asked you to do 20 push-ups and you've never done a push-up before in your life, you'll most likely be gassed, right, after just a few. But if you practiced and worked at those 20 push-ups each day, you would get a little stronger. The push-ups are not getting more glamorous, they're staying the same, but the variable is really you and that strength that you're building. So that's all we're doing here. We're coming, to the cushion, or in this case, our floor or our bed, and you're just working through each class to do these trainings as best you can, keeping your focus and attention. So, if you think about what we're doing in terms of physical training, you can think of each time you notice when you've become a little distracted, and then you bring yourself back into the session, back to your breath, back to my cues, which are your anchors, that's a rep, right? That's the muscle being built. That's you strengthening your focus and attention. So just don't get frustrated. Don't feel like you're doing it wrong. We all have good days and bad days at the gym, but really the key is just to keep showing up, to keep with the practice and the habit. And that's when you begin to notice and feel a difference, not just during or after a class, but in your everyday life. So with that, just a few tools before we get started. One is, because we're an exercise studio, but for your mind, we do break your sit up into a warm up, the active training, which will be the meat of the work that we're doing, and then a cool down. The next is the visuals that I cue you with during this work is really done so to give your mind something to focus on. And I like to call it like mind food, to help feed that chatter that we all have going on, and you will absolutely have and notice during this session. Our minds are so powerful and control so much of how our body feels that we just want to work to leverage that power through awareness, through imagery, to not only notice like current feelings and sensations in your body, but also we can create feelings and sensations in it. So specifically for this morning and this class, we'll be working with visuals and your breath to imagine as if you're refilling your body with some vibrant energy to re-energize and revitalize yourself for the day. There will be a little affirmation work because we're all always so quick to think negatively about ourselves, and we always feel silly, to talk positively with ourselves. So we're going to do that. And we're going to end with a breathing technique to help wake up the mind and the body. And it also is a great technique to help reduce stress that you can kind of take home with you. Okay. All right, we're going to go get started. If you haven't queued up your music, go ahead and just start playing that softly in the background. And just go ahead and find a comfortable position. This could be either lying down or just seated in an easy cross-legged position. And then just go ahead and start to bring your eyes down. You can take either a soft gaze, maybe on the floor or the ceiling, or just close your eyes completely. All I ask is try not to look at a screen during this time. We are looking at so many screens right now. So just give yourself this time and this break. And for our warm up, you'll just simply start by noticing your breath. Just begin by noticing how you breathe. Maybe sink a little deeper, maybe adjust and fidget until you find a comfortable seat. And then just slowly begin to focus your attention on the sensation of your breath, just coming in and out of your nose. Right now, we're just getting used to being inside ourselves. We're getting used to constant sounds like the sound of my voice and the music you have in the background. And knowing that there will be spontaneous noises, maybe some cars passing by or someone around your home. So just remind yourself that it's all part of your practice. Meditation isn't about being on a remote mountaintop in complete stillness or silence. It's about being in a busy airport, being able to find your breath, or even like right now during recent times, being at home under a lot of stress we are each enduring every day, and just having the ability to relax your heart rate. So just begin to deepen your breath through your nose. And we're going to bring our first visual in right now. I'd like you to begin to envision your breath as the color yellow, just flowing in and out of your body. We're going to be using this color during our active training. So just work right now to start to get a little imagery, a little color of your breath. And you can just imagine it flowing in and out of your nose. And now we're going to bring a little practice with sensation in. So on your next inhale breath, taking in that color into your body, and on your exhale breath, feel as your body just begins to release any stress, any negativity, any fatigue. Imagine it's draining out through your feet. You're just letting it go with each exhale. And just practice that a couple times, inhaling in your color, exhaling, releasing through the soles of your feet, feelings of stress, negativity, fatigue. Remember, this is just the warm up. As you notice you become distracted, that's okay. Just bring yourself back to the last step you remember being on. Okay, let's go ahead and take just a nice, deep cleansing breath in together. Exhale, release. Good. And then go ahead and just return to your normal pattern of breathing. And as we move into our active training, we're going to bring that color, that yellow, our breath back all the way to the top of your head. And just breathe in and breathe out. Using this imagery will help keep your focus and attention right here. So from the top of your head, just imagine as if there's this warmth from that shining yellow color just beginning to radiate down over your face, down into your neck, just feeling this lightness, this peacefulness in your mind. And breathe in and breathe out. And now do your best with each breath to actively bring this yellow, this glowing color just down, starting at your neck, tracing into your shoulders, moving it down your arms, into your fingertips, and just breathe here. If your mind is starting to wander a little bit, that's okay. Just bring yourself right back to your breath. Bring back your color. Feel what we traced in your body. And then go ahead and bring your breath, that color, into your chest. And just breathe here for a moment as if you are pumping in this color right into your chest, into your heart, almost like it's opening up. What would that feel like? And then just gently for a moment, bringing a hand up to meet your heart. And if you haven't told yourself this, I'm here to tell you, you are strong, you are resilient, you are loved, you are doing the best that you can. You are not your stress, you are not your anxiety, and that in a time when it may feel like there is so little control, you do have control over your mental and emotional well-being. That stress and anxiety are feelings that come and go. So just release them now with your exhale breath. And know that you have the power with just a few breaths to release them at any time you need to do so. And just for a moment here, just breathe in and breathe out. Okay, go ahead and just release your hand back down to your side. And then bringing your attention and focus back to that shining yellow color. Just bring it now down into your belly. And maybe just release some tension in this space. Just let it go. Just noticing if on your next couple breaths, they get a little deeper, a little more fluid when you release that space. And let's bring our color, just trace your body as best you can. That's all we're doing, just practicing, keeping our focus into your hips. And moving it all the way down your legs, right to your toes. You're just imagining this color as positive energy that you are cultivating, just grounding you a little deeper. So really feel grounded, centered, supported right now. Almost as if your seat or your torso is being pulled down through the floor. And just breathe in and breathe out. And now try to imagine as if your entire body is now filled with this color, with this feeling of positivity that comes along with this color, with your breath. And just allow it to flow freely through your body with each inhale and exhale. Just feel it growing stronger and stronger. If your mind has started to wander off a little, that's okay. Just go ahead, remember the rep, bring it back right now, and simply focus your attention on your breath, on your entire body being filled with that yellow color, and creating the feeling of this positivity just flowing freely with each breath. Good. Okay. On your next deep inhale, we're going to just wake up the mind a little bit. So turning your attention to this space, I'd like you to envision with each breath that we take as if you are turning on and opening up into this space, almost like a light switch. Okay, so just take a deep breath in, sensing a clarity, alertness within your mind. Just turn it on, flip it on. Taking your next deep breath in, sensing this energy, this vitality right within your body. Turn it on. And lastly, taking a nice deep breath in, sensing this positivity that you've cultivated, this peacefulness right within your soul. Just flip it on. And breathe in and breathe out. And if your mind has wandered off, that's okay. Just bring it back right now. You can take a deep inhale if you need to reset, or reset your position if you need to. As we move into our final exercise for this morning, diaphragmatic breathing is also known as belly breathing. It's a type of breath training and technique that helps to strengthen your diaphragm so you can breathe better to live better. It's an important stress management tool because it's one of the easiest relaxation techniques you have at your disposal. So to begin, just gently place one hand on your upper chest and the other just below your rib cage on your belly. This is where your diaphragm is, and it's where you will feel movement as you breathe. Let's take our first couple practice breaths before we begin. So just go ahead and inhale through the nose, noticing the hand on your belly rise with the in-breath. And then with the exhale, feeling your belly sink back down towards your spine. So the hand on your belly should move up and down with each breath, while the hand on your chest should try to remain as still as possible. So let's practice one more time. Go ahead, inhale through the nose, noticing the hand on your belly rise. Exhale, sink the belly back down towards your spine. When I cue you in, just using this breath, you'll inhale for about 4 or 5 counts, and you'll exhale for about 4 or 5 counts. So just do this at your own pace and on your own counts, and I'll cue you back out when we finished. So let's go ahead and begin. Inhale through the nose, belly rise, keeping with your counts, and then having the belly sink back down towards the spine on the exhale for the same number of counts. Notice as you're doing this, if your upper chest is moving when you breathe, then you're just not using the lower part of your lungs, which means you're not breathing as optimally as you can. Chest breathing really engages only the top part of your lungs, and it's the lower half of our lungs that is the most oxygen rich. So if you're breathing with your chest and not your diaphragm, you'll likely overuse your neck and shoulder muscles, which really are not meant to be breathing muscles. So it can lead to muscle tension and pain. It can also trigger stress signals in the body. So just inhaling, gently feeling the belly expand. We're just practicing. And then moving into your exhale, feeling the belly sink back down towards the spine. Just continuing with this breath, the best investment you can make in your mental, emotional, and even physical health is to create the habit of practicing and revisiting an exercise like this. Our breath is a tool that can help calm the mind, increase your focus, and also increase your awareness. Okay, just go ahead and finish up your final round. And when you've finished, you can bring your hands back down towards your spine. And I'd like you to just take a moment before we move into our cool down to notice how your body feels from when you first started. Maybe there is some ease. Maybe there are jittery or anxious feelings. That's okay. Just take a moment here. Maybe do a quick scan of your body on your own. And maybe just give it one word and label how you feel. You can use a statement like, this is a feeling of. Great. Let's go ahead and just all join our breath together. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, release. As we move into our cool down, be sure to keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft. Even during our cool down, we're bringing more awareness into our bodies, but we want to be mindful with every part of this session. So just begin by bringing some slow movements into your toes, into your hands and fingers. Maybe slowly start to roll out the wrists, but do so as mindfully as possible. Just really noticing each movement that you take. And we're going to take a neck stretch together. So just go ahead and drop your shoulders down and back, bringing them almost down through the ground. Just let gravity sink them. And then gently bring your head for your right ear to meet your right shoulder, dropping it as low as you can, feeling a nice deep stretch on the left side of your neck. And go ahead and take a breath here. Gently bringing the neck around so you're looking up towards the ceiling, just dropping it back, taking a nice deep breath here. Gently moving the head around so the left ear meets the left shoulder, maybe even bringing down your right shoulder with your left hand if that feels good, just taking a nice deep stretch, taking a breath here. And then bringing the chin around to meet the chest, dropping your head almost like a rag doll. Really let it loose and take the deepest breath you've taken all morning right here. Bringing your head back up to center. And then just bring your hands together And just start rubbing them like you're creating some friction, just warming them up, warming up your body with some movement. And place them in front of your eyes like you're shielding them from the light. Fluttering your eyes open just to reacclimate into the space, and then bringing your hands down whenever you're ready. You can take whatever final stretches feel good to you, maybe some spinal twists, maybe some down dogs. Thank you all so much for practicing with me this morning, with the Washingtonian this morning. If this was challenging for you and this is one of your first meditation classes, that's okay. It's challenging for everyone. I've been doing this a long time and it's still challenging. So just give yourself a little break and some gratitude that you spent 30 minutes this morning doing nothing else but something for yourself. So that's pretty cool. Check us out if you like how we approach meditation, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.